Hey guys, welcome into this episode of Smoking with the Smiths. I'm Cody and we're here today to make lox or cold smoked salmon. So this is a pretty long process. It's going to take us a few days, but this video will be able to show you how to do it in just a few minutes. So first we got our cut of salmon here, and the first thing that we're going to have to do with this is cure the salmon. We want to cure it so that we can get as much moisture out of the inside as we can, and it's going to help to preserve the salmon so that it won't go bad while we're smoking it, or we want to be able to cure it and get it dried out. And able to do that, you are going to need two things, and that's sugar and salt. Equal parts of each of these will get mixed together, and we'll sprinkle it down on the salmon to cure it. For every pound of salmon you have, you want to use a 1/4 cup of each ingredient. So we have a 3-pound fillet here, so we're going to use 3/4 of a cup of sugar, 3/4 of a cup of salt, and we're going to mix that together and get this salmon cured. So we've got our saran wrap laid out here on a cookie sheet, and what we're going to do is we want to make sure both sides of this salmon get some cure on it. So we're going to sprinkle down about half of the cure onto the cookie sheet right here. So we're just gonna put that out like that. And now we are going to put our salmon on there, and we're gonna put it skin side down. All right, and then just go ahead and sprinkle the rest of the cure on top. You want to make sure to cover everything because you want the cure to soak in, or to soak out as much moisture as possible. So just kind of pat it around. Make sure you're covering every inch of that salmon, including the sides. Don't forget to get the sides. Alright, so once we got all of that cure spread all around our salmon, we're going to tightly wrap it up here. So we're going to bring our saran wrap around and then over the top. Now that we have our salmon cured and wrapped in saran wrap, we have it on our cookie sheet, and we're just going to put it in the fridge. We're going to leave it in for 24 to 48 hours so that it can suck the juice out of that salmon. And the cookie sheet is very important. You don't just want to lay the salmon in there or you'll have a mess to clean up later. So make sure to put your salmon on that cookie sheet and let it in the fridge for 24 to 48 hours. And we'll see you in 24 to 48 hours. So it's been about 44 hours since we've started curing our salmon. A lot of oil has run out onto this cookie sheet. And one thing I did forget to mention the other day when we put it in the fridge, you want to put some weight on the salmon as well to help really get those juices out of it. So we're going to get these, I just used this container with some beer cans in it. We're going to get this off of there, and then we're going to unwrap the salmon and get it inside. We're going to rinse the rest of this cure off, and then we're going to get it on the smoker. Okay, so you want to give this a good rinse, because if you would smoke it with that cure on, it's going to be way too salty. So you just want to rinse all that cure off, make sure you get as much of it off of there as you can. And then move it back to a clean cookie sheet. Got the salmon rinsed off, patted it dry, and now we're going to let it sit in the fridge for half an hour so it can form what's called a pellicle, or what it is it's just gonna get a little tacky on the outside, and that's what's really gonna help that smoke flavor stick to the salmon. Our salmon has been in the fridge for half an hour. It's starting to get that tacky feel to it, so that it's called the pellicle. The smoke will stick to that and help give it that smoky flavor. The weather today is not necessarily cooperating with the fact that we want to cold smoke this salmon. So it's a little warmer outside today, so what we're going to do is I filled a casserole dish with ice, and we're going to put this grate on top of there, and then the salmon on top of the grate. It'll help keep the temperature of the salmon cool so that it won't spoil out, outside, but also it allows the smoke to still get to the salmon, so we'll be able to keep the salmon cool and be able to smoke it at a safe temperature. Okay, so we already got the smoke tube going inside the grill here, so we're just going to slide this right in. Like that. That should be perfect. Close the lid. And now that smoke tube will burn for probably about 8 hours. I have it extended to the full length that it can go. We're gonna smoke this in total for somewhere between 18 to 24 hours. So I will have to refill the smoke tube a couple times, but 18 to 24 hours for this salmon to cold smoke, and we'll be back to check on it later. Alright, so the salmon, you can see our salmon is done smoking, our smoke tube is burned out, and we are done with the process. We've smoked it for 22 hours, and we'll give you a look here what it looks like. And it's definitely looking good, definitely ready to come off the grill, and we'll go ahead and slice into this and show you guys how to cut it and all that stuff. Okay, so we got our salmon here on the table, and we are now going to slice into it. To do that, we're going to start down at the tail end here and just work our way up, just kind of slowly coming in at an angle here to get some nice slices. So the stuff down here at the very end is probably a little tough, and we probably have to cut it away. Alright, so I'm finishing up cutting up this salmon, but I just wanted to show you guys a little bit here. Just these nice thin slices, perfectly smoked through there, and these will go great on a bagel with some cream cheese, or on a piece of toast, or whatever you want to eat your cold smoked salmon on. So make sure to like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any content. And until next time, we'll see you then.